She faces charges of battery and resisting arrest without violence. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this.
All this stuff, she said, I'm driving. She started, got your girl texting me, went crazy. She started punching the out of me, sped off in the car, came back here, started beating the out of me.
She was driving? Or you were driving?
I never drove, man.
So she pulled over here?
Yeah. Punched me 10 times in the face.
You want to press charges?
I don't know yet, man. It's a tough situation.
Is that your girl or?
Yeah.
How long you guys been together?
Like 6 months, 5 months. This, please.
You're good. You want to sit? You want to sit over here? How about over there? Just that. What happened?
No, he's acting like he doesn't know what's going on. He knows what's going on.
Okay, I don't know what's going on though. So
He knows what's going on.
can you tell me what? I want your side of the story though, not his.
He's acting like nothing's going on. Everything is going on.
Okay, well, what happened tonight?
He's like, oh, you're Mexican. I'm like, I'm not.
Okay.
Like, he's just trying to like make everything figure out to his way.
Who is he to you?
He's my boyfriend
How long have you guys been dating?
for like 4 months.
4 months? Okay. All right. So, where did this happen at? I see. Are you hurt as well? No? Okay. You okay? Need an ambulance or anything?
No.
Okay.
He might.
You might.
Yeah, he might.
Why? What happened to him? I mean, I know he's
No,
been.
I don't know what happened to him. But if I'm asking for an ambulance, he clearly has two.
Okay.
My dad's from Sicily, Italy, and he's over here crying about, oh, I need some medical help. I'm like, for what?
Okay.
Listen, just tell us what happened tonight, okay? I know you're upset, but if you don't tell us what happened tonight, we got to go off his injuries. All right, he's hurt. You got blood all over your arms.
You can test him.
Listen, you have to tell us what happened.
I just got him a bag of ice.
You good, man.
A night out ends with one man bleeding beside a car and his girlfriend struggling to explain how it happened. Officers have two different stories: a sober eyewitness, and physical evidence that makes this investigation far less complicated than she seems to think.
And you good? What's up? What's up?
Well,
What happened?
You know, I'm over
yeah,
there.
let's go over here. Go over here.
I didn't see him do anything to her.
Oh, where
seen
they
her-
were parked there the whole time?
For the most part, I kept hearing the yelling and screaming.
Okay.
But he was in the car, and she was beating the shit out of him with the phone, as you can see.
Where was she? Was she in the driver or passenger?
You know, he was in the driver's seat.
Okay.
And she kept opening the door, attacking him. And he just kept saying, stop, help.
She was coming around and.
She was coming around, opening the door, slamming the door.
Yeah.
I didn't see him at all be aggressive, at all. All he kept doing was saying, stop, stop, stop. That's, you know.
Okay.
I didn't see him do anything. I didn't see him at all touch her. She was and then when he finally got the door closed, she got the door back open and then got in and was like getting in the car, attacking him, trying to pull him out of the car. And then eventually she was the one in the car and he was just out, and I said, you need to call the police. So I just went over and just got him a bag of ice because I didn't see him touch her at all.
Okay.
He was just screaming for help.
You want to be a witness in all this, or are you trying to stay out of it for the most part? I mean, I can use your word, but I mean, if you want to be in the report.
I don't want to be involved in that.
All right.
But all I can say is that from what I seen, he did not do anything to her. He just screamed, and you know I'm right there.
Yeah,
he just kept screaming, help, help, stop, stop. Okay. You know what I mean?
I got you. Where if I need you, you'll be there? Okay.
I'll be right here, boy. But I got to go over and work with Ansia tonight.
Okay. Yeah. All right. If I need you, I'll come find you.
All right.
But thank you.
All right.
You got to.
The boyfriend says they had been drinking when an argument started over a message from another woman. He claims she punched him repeatedly, drove away, returned, and attacked him again. He is visibly injured, but still unsure whether he wants charges. When officers speak with her, she avoids giving a clear account. She says she wants to get away, but within minutes of the officer around, and even acknowledges that he may need an ambulance without explaining why.
Tell me your side, or we got to go off that.
He was just like, we can go. Just be okay, man. I'm like, be okay with what?
What happened? So you guys are driving here. You got in an argument.
We didn't drive here.
Where you? This is your vehicle. Where are you coming from?
Mexicano.
Mexicano? Okay, so you ate dinner at Mexicano. Alright, and then you guys got in some sort of argument. Okay, What happened after the argument?
He said that I was being very, like, just not responsive to what's going on. I didn't know what to do.
Okay, then what'd you do?
I didn't do anything. I was
Well,
like,
what
okay.
happened? What happened?
I told him, okay, that's what the one to go through. What he was going through.
Okay, then how did he get the injuries?
What injuries?
Have these injuries.
He's got blood over his face. You got blood over your shirt.
Hands. If you listen, you cannot make it clear what you did. We have to go off evidence.
I didn't.
Right now, evidence is pointing to beat the crap out of him. You have to tell me what happened.
I didn't.
Then you have to
Then
tell
tell
me
us what happened. What happened in the car?
You have to articulate what happened.
I swear to God, I did not.
I get it. You have to tell me what happened.
I told him I was leaving.
Tell me you're leaving. Okay.
And he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. They're going to take you anyways. And I'm like, for what?
So you ran the car and you tried to leave?
No, I was telling him I want to leave.
You want to leave the car? Okay, so you were trying to get out of the car?
Were you driving?
No.
Okay, so you're in the passenger seat and you're trying to get out of the car. What? You're here parked here?
We're in the passenger.
Okay, you parked here? What happened then? You tried to get out of the
I
car?
wanted to leave.
You wanted to get out of the car. Okay, so what happened?
He said, stay with me.
When you just verbally said stay with you, or did he physically try to make you
No,
stay?
he just said, stay with me.
Stay with you? Okay. Then what happened?
I just wanted to leave. I can't.
You can't leave? Why couldn't you leave?
I can't.
Why couldn't you leave?
I just can't.
Why couldn't you leave the car?
Yes, I can't.
I don't understand. Are you stuck in formality that you can't leave him, or couldn't leave the car because he was holding you down?
I just can't leave.
That doesn't make sense to me. All right, you're gonna have to make it make sense to me. Why couldn't you leave the vehicle?
If I would have known to leave the vehicle, I would have known to leave it. And it's not working right now.
So, what happened then? Okay, you couldn't leave the vehicle, and what happened?
I can't leave.
Why couldn't you leave the vehicle?
I just couldn't.
That's not a good answer.
I know.
Do you see where we're going with this? Because again, I know that you've been drinking, but evidence is showing us that you physically hit him. Okay?
How did I hit him?
Listen, it doesn't matter. Evidence is showing that. I'm telling you straight up. What we have right now is domestic battery. You guys in a relationship.
How do we have domestic?
That is a crime. Okay?
No,
So
but
what I'm
really
trying to
think
get- I
about
gotta
it.
get
If you
your
really
side.
want to put that on me,
You got to.
How
I don't.
so how would you put
I
that
don't
on?
want to put it on you.
So how would
Evidence.
you?
The evidence is pointing to that. You have to articulate what happened in order to debunk the evidence. You have to tell me what happened.
You're full of blood and he has scratches. So you have to tell us what happened, what you did, what happened in the car, so that we can have two sides of the story.
Right now, we just have our evidence. We have what we're seeing.
You have blood on your shirt, your leg, everything else. He's got scratches and blood all over his face. You're not telling us anything about what you did or didn't do.
So let's start from being in the car. Okay? What happened being in the car? You wanted to leave. You couldn't leave. We don't know how you couldn't leave yet. You couldn't leave. You might want to.
Then an independent witness fills in the missing pieces. He says the man was inside the vehicle while she repeatedly opened the door and attacked him with a phone. According to the witness, the man kept asking her to stop and never became physically aggressive. That statement matches the injuries officers can already see. It also removes the possibility that this is only one partner's word against the other.
I know it's upsetting, and that's why I'm being a man-to-man to you. I don't have a choice in this. So, like I said,
You want Fire's here? Do you want them to look at you, man? Clean up some of your stuff?
I know he's got his
I don't
name.
have insurance right now. They're not.
You don't have to take a ride.
If they clean up your stuff, you don't have to ride them. Okay.
Yeah, just he got his nail ripped off and everything. It was domestic related. So
All right.
I mean,
You just need to be cleaned up.
yeah, just take.
I
Take-
swear to God, I didn't do anything.
Man,
No. Nobody's
Look.
accusing you.
It sucks that I do
Give me a second.
I'm the one who's been abusing the relationship, and I try all the time to make it right, but she me up all the
I got
time,
you.
so I gotta walk away from this.
And like I said, that
I
guy,
have to walk away.
that guy
from
said you
this.
did nothing wrong.
I didn't do one thing, I swear.
That guy said you never put a
I
hand on
would
him.
never,
I got
ever,
you.
I would never ever put my hands on a girl. I swear.
Absolutely.
That's why it was scary. She started throwing my shit at my face.
I got you.
She ripped my shirt
He
off.
saw everything.
She threw me on the floor.
You're-
I didn't want it. I just don't want to get
Okay.
Mad.
He didn't hit me.
Well, obviously you have no marks on it. Why did you get the blood? When you get the blood on your hands?
What?
blood right here. This is blood right here. This is blood on your legs.
Blood. Striking hands.
Look, your
Have
leg
blood
is
all
full
over-
of blood.
Blood all over your legs. Blood.
So how did you get blood on you?
I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. Please.
Hey, put her and get her because there's gonna be a bigger problem with him. Take her to the station. I'll find her shoes. I just need to get her ID. I'll go with. We need. He's not going to cooperate. No pros, no cooperation.
Got his ID. I already took down his information.
Okay. Apparently she might have a 99 too. So give me a second with that. I'm gonna see if we get a female officer, but just. Hey, she's gonna be able to slip this one. Come on. 43 Delta 9.
Got nothing on you?
Is there any Fort Lauderdale female officer available for a pat down for us, please? I got the flex if we need them. You understand what happened?
I don't.
No? Okay, well,
Look, can you tell me?
yes. Well, tonight, going to jail for domestic battery.
Why
He doesn't want
am
to press. He doesn't want to press charges, though. However, by state statute, if there's injuries and I can determine a primary aggressor, you have to take the ride to jail. So, that's where it's going to be at. Like I said, he's not happy about this.
Who's here?
Your boyfriend.
Oh, where is he?
Officers give her several chances to describe her side. She says she wanted to leave, but cannot explain what prevented her from leaving, or how her boyfriend ended up covered in blood. The officer keeps bringing her back to the same basic question. If there is an innocent explanation, instead, every answer trails off while the blood on her hands and clothing points in the opposite direction. Silence is not proof by itself, but it does nothing to challenge the witness statement and visible injuries.
Ambulance, because he's missing a whole toenail and some other injuries. He's got a big cut behind his ear.
A whole toenail? He's been missing that for 3 hours.
Okay, I got you.
That's not funny.
Just have a seat.
It's really funny.
It's not funny.
No, it is funny because he's lying to you. So he's with your head.
Okay.
So your head got with.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
I'll be transporting a white female 1015 to 5119 starting 61014. Do you know your social? Stay here. Do you know your social? Huh? What is it? What's your date of birth? Huh? What's your date of birth?
Where's my boyfriend?
He's getting checked out by the paramedics. What's your date of birth? What's your birthday? Hello? What is your birthday?
He knows it.
I'm not asking you.
No, he knows it.
So you don't want to give me your information?
Oh, he knows it.
He's not here, so what is it?
He is though.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
All right, what is your date of birth? What's your birthday?
He knows my birthday.
But he's not here. So I need you to tell me what it is. What is it? What's your date of birth?
Where is he?
He's not here. That's what
No,
I'm trying
he
to tell
is.
you. No, he's not. We're at the police department right now. He's not here. So what is your name? Stephanie
No,
what?
he's here.
He's not here.
He's not.
No, he's not. Are you gonna give me your information or no?
Is he here? Yes or no?
I told you no.
Why is he not here?
Because you're going to jail. He's not.
Why am I going to jail?
Because you're the primary aggressor.
I'm the primary aggressor doing what?
Give me your information. We'll talk.
That doesn't feel right. Like, why do I have to do that?
All right. What is your date of birth?
But why do you have to tell me that I'm the primary
What is your name?
aggressor?
Stephanie what?
Stephanie.
Okay. What's your date of birth? All right. Give me a second. Thank you. You just have rings on, right? Do you have earrings? No. Let me see the other. Nothing here? You got one earring, okay. And then you have nothing here, but this one, you have 2 rings. Is that it?
Where is he?
And the necklace. Alright. I
Where
told you,
is
he's not coming. You're going to jail real quick.
Me?
Yeah.
Why am I going to jail?
Well, I told you already like 5 times. You couldn't give us a story, and
Me?
yeah, you. You couldn't give a story, and we determined you were the primary aggressor.
I'm the aggressor?
He's full of blood. You're full of blood on your shirt, and he's all scratched up. So, unfortunately, you're gonna have to go to jail tonight.
I'm going to jail?
Yeah, you're going to jail
Wait, for what?
for domestic battery.
I didn't do anything.
No, you're gonna stay there. All right.
Her boyfriend becomes emotional and says he does not want her arrested. He insists this has happened before and says he is usually the one being abused. Officers explain that once they identify a primary aggressor in a domestic incident with injuries, the victim does not control whether an arrest happens. The state treats it as a public safety issue. She's tensionally minutes suri, but within minutes of the officers, while he is sent for medical attention.
Can you step outside from yours?
How you doing?
I'm calling.
No, I can't.
Do you have anything on you? Anything?
I do.
Huh? What do you have on you?
My boyfriend. Like, didn't come.
You have your boyfriend's what?
Like, it's all recording everything.
Okay, do you have anything like in your bra or in your pants or anything like that? Because I gotta check you.
No, it's in between. Do you want it?
In between what? You gotta be a little bit more specific. In between your legs or in between your...
No, but I need
Your
to
signal
know.
too.
Can he know that I'm here?
Yes, we'll let him know that you're here.
No, can you let him know now?
Okay, we'll let him know after. But do you have anything on you? Okay, what do you have on you? Because if you don't tell me now and you go into the jail, you're going to get charged with
Where
introduction
am I
of contraband.
going?
What do you have on you?
I don't have anything on me.
So now you don't have anything on you. You don't have anything in between
I
something that you
don't.
were saying. Okay, just so you know, if you have drugs on you,
I
let me
don't.
just finish. Okay, if you have drugs on you and you go into the jail and they find them, it's an additional charge. So it's better to know now. Okay,
Wait,
so
why are
you
you taking...
Just relax. I gotta take this off. She has a necklace on too.
I'm gonna take your necklace off for you. Okay. She got earrings in too.
I think she just has the one. Good.
You take your earring out, okay? Is it clip in the front or is it clip in the back?
Just clipping it.
The clip's in the front. Do you have a flashlight on?
Alright, thanks.
Wait, why am I being sent?
Huh? What is this, belly ring? She's got a belly ring, so that we...
But wait, why am I?
We told you earlier that it's domestic battery.
Why?
I don't know why. You got the statute.
Here.
The one with the...
Here, do me a favor.
Bodily
This
harm.
way. Turn around.
Is the bodily
Face
harm one?
far, okay? I'm just going to shake your bra, okay?
HG.
I want to do it away from the guys.
4.03.
There you go. Right there, just like that.
I'll send it.
No, wait. Where's?
Where to?
It's going home.
Can you tell
we
me?
You're moving around a lot.
Stop
You're going to
moving.
end up
Can you
falling.
please tell me? No, I
I'm
won't.
telling you, he went home. Yeah, I'm almost done. I just gotta, once she's done here, we're gonna put it inside. Where are you going?
Oh, okay, so you're
Wait,
gonna fall.
why are you holding me like that?
We're holding you so you don't fall, because you're going to end up smacking your face on the floor. So, don't do that.
It's in the driver's seat. What are you doing?
Ow, why are you holding it like
Why are you tensing up?
No, you are.
I am. Okay.
Where do you want to?
We're gonna put your shoes on. We'll put you back in the back. All right? You putting your shoe on? No.
I can't.
What?
I can't. I'll do it.
Good idea. There you go. All right. Spin some. Watch your head, all right? I think I'm good.
Got everything?
Yeah. He's doing the PC because my other side.
Try to be nice. There we go.
Think about.
Put your feet down.
Put your feet over now.
Put your feet over. Sit up.
Feet over now.
All right, give me the seatbelt.
Yeah. Unreal. Can't believe you did that.
Before you Officer 7.
At the station, she remains focused on where her boyfriend is and repeatedly refuses to provide basic booking information. The officer explains the charge several times, but the answer never seems to land. She eventually gives enough information to continue processing. The physical evidence has not changed. He has facial injuries. She has his blood on her, and a witness saw the attack.
Show me 51 to Broward Main Jail with an adult female 1015. Starting is 61015. Go ahead.
Listening to what I thought was working.
What happened?
I said listening to everything that I thought had said really hurt.
What kind of sense?
Why does it look hurt?
Huh?
You said, why does it look hurt?
No, you don't make sense. Everything you've said tonight doesn't make sense.
I don't. But I know that it makes sense for me.
Listen, you're just gonna go in there, you behave, you'll be right out. They're gonna let you out, you can make your phone call to your boyfriend, he can come get you if he wants, and that's it. But if you keep fighting and making problems, it gets worse. So you just gotta go there, just go in there, be calm, go through the procedures. Yeah, it does. You can be right out.
No, it doesn't. I promise you.
Hey, what is this? Broke my door handle? No,
I didn't know.
I Alright, here, you want to put your shoes on before you put the jail? Alright, come. Like I said, you behave, you get out, alright?
Wait, I need to know. Where is my boyfriend?
I told you, he's at home. Don't do
No,
nothing.
he's not.
He's at home, yes he is.
No.
Let's go.
Stop. No. No.
Let's go, inside. Over here. Stay here, okay? Do not move. Do not move.
Why are you coming here?
This is where the females stay. Don't move. You understand? Don't move. Just stay right there, alright? What I tell you, you're gonna make it worse. Right here.
No, because why would you do it? Oh, you're gonna push it? Go ahead, push it harder.
Alright, go.
No, go, push it harder.
Stay over there.
Go, push it harder.
Stay over there.
Go.
Stay right here.
Go, push it harder.
Stay right there. Don't do anything.
What? What am I doing?
What are you out to have with that for? Just stay right there. Just stay right there. Can you just relax? How many times have we talked about this? If you relax, you go home. You want to see Zachary tonight? So you're gonna relax. But if you act up, you're not gonna go home. I'm trying to get you to go home. So just relax. Just calm down. Relax. Okay? You relax, the quicker you get out of here. So just calm down. So just calm down. They're gonna come in, they're gonna do a COVID test, they're gonna check you, check your blood pressure. Everything's good, you go inside, then you get out. But if you keep getting all excited, it's gonna be worse. Okay?
She faces charges of battery and resisting arrest without violence.
A female officer conducts the search and warns her that bringing hidden drugs into a jail could add another charge. She first suggests something may be concealed, then says she has nothing. The officers remove her jewelry, complete the search, and help her with her shoes while trying to keep her steady. Even routine steps take longer because she continues asking the same questions and moving unpredictably. During transport and intake, the officer gives her straightforward advice: cooperate with the booking process, stay calm, and avoid turning one charge into several. At the jail, she still needs repeated directions to remain in place. The reported charges are battery and resisting arrest without violence. By the end, the argument that began over jealousy has produced injuries, an arrest, and a case supported by much more than either partner's version. This case shows why independent witnesses matter. The boyfriend did not want the arrest, and the suspect would not provide a coherent account. But officers also had visible injuries, blood evidence, and a witness who described the assault from start to finish. Once those pieces lined up, the decision was no longer theirs to negotiate.